What's up, guys? Stas here. So SoFi stock is down another 9% today, which is nuts. And now the entire gain from after earnings, which they reported pretty good numbers, guys, about a week and a half ago. Now the entire gain is gone. Poof, just gone like that, completely vanished. And now we're pushing back towards the mid $6 level. And now we're down about 11% from the pre-market high, which today in the pre-market, we were trading in the mid $7 range. So in this video, we're going to break down the charts, talk about some insider selling going on right now, and we'll break down what I'm looking to do, all that good stuff. So if y'all find value, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. It's free. And don't forget to follow me on X as well. That's also free at Stas Talk Stocks, link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So I'm sure you all know at this point, SoFi reported pretty good numbers. I think it was last Monday, right? About a week and a half ago at this point, and the stock initially shot up a good amount. I'm sure you guys remember this. The stock went up from about $6.75 to about $8.50, so it did run a good amount. We're talking 26%. Very big move there for SoFi stock, and now the entire gain is gone. Just like that. It's gone. We're back in the mid sixes, and now we officially took out the lows from the earnings day, which if you all remember, I'm sure you guys remember, we had a lot of volatility that day that the numbers came out. The stock was up in the pre-market, but then we gave back the entire gain pretty much that day, and then we uptrended for the days after, right after earnings. So now we're officially under this low at about 675 was the low, 670 roughly. Now we're officially under that, and we're completely collapsing on the 4-hour chart, as you all probably know at this point. And we have the descending triangle now slowly starting to play out. Let me show you this very quickly. Then we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with these insiders. So you guys can see we have this triangle right here, descending triangle, which is not a good sign for the bulls. That is now playing out officially as we're breaking under that $7, $6.85 level. And again, now we're down 9.5%. We're at $6.60. So this bears the question, right? Where could SoFi stock be going next? Because you all remember, if I extend this drawing to the left, you can see here that back in March, in February, up until pretty much April, May, we were struggling to break above 675, 680. That was a big resistance. Then we broke out of it. Then that became a support. And now we just broke right through that support. Again, we failed at 680, 675. And now we're collapsing almost down 10%. So now I'm looking at this like, all right, there's a legitimate chance that SoFi does start to run to, or not run, but go down to $6, $6.15. That was support or resistance rather all throughout, the middle end of March heading into April. If I zoom in here, you guys can see this was resistance all throughout this time period right here. So to me, guys, it looks like that is where SoFi wants to go. And you all remember a couple of videos ago, maybe my last SoFi video, I was telling you guys that I'm looking to pick this up if it were to come down to the lower $6 range. And it looks like that is exactly what's going on right now. It looks like my wish has been granted, guys. And no, I have not bought any shares quite yet, but I'm very freaking close. I'm literally one button away from buying some. Well, not right now, but I was earlier from buying some SoFi stock. And at this point, to be honest, I could see it being a relief rally candidate, right? Especially if it does come down to the lower sixes, let's say 615, 620. Could we get a relief rally back towards 750? Totally possible, right? Totally possible. And if it were to break, let's say, under $6, we could be going down, who knows, to the fives again, low mid fives. So let me show you what's going on here with these insiders. Bear with me, guys. Let me pull it up and show you what's going on. And the good thing here is that we didn't get selling. Oops, this is X right here, guys. By the way, go follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks. And this right here is what I want to focus on, right? This shows you the insider moves here at or with SoFi stock, right? We have, of course, Anthony Noto. We can see he's been buying up the stock, which is actually good, and he's the CEO, by the way. If you guys didn't know, Anthony Noto is the CEO of SoFi. So I guess that is good that he's been buying the shares. No sales at all, at least on this page, from Anthony Noto. You guys can see if we come down a little bit, he's been buying ever since December, at least what's showing here on this page, right? He was buying in the $4 range. You guys can see here at the bottom. Of course, he was buying up in the fives. He was also buying, let's see, what's his most recent buy? His most recent buy was back in the middle of May, or on the 15th of May. He bought 108,000 shares at $4.67 as the cost basis for that lot of shares that he bought. And we can see here most recently at the top, which I want to focus on for this part of the video, we can see the people that have sold out of their shares. And most recently we had Stafford, or that's the last name, sorry, Lauren Stafford Webb, or Lauren Webb Stafford, however, whatever order that's in, the middle name's there as well. I guess it's Lauren Webb Stafford. She ended up selling, that's the CMO of the company, guys, Chief Marketing Officer. She sold around, looks like 135,000 shares at a cost of $7.58, as you guys can see right here. Let's see if I can zoom in even more. There we go. You guys can see $7.58. She sold 135,000 shares, and the value was $1 million, guys. So she sold over $1 million of stock, and her total share count, it looks like, is about 257,000 shares. So she sold a good chunk of her position, right? That was on November, what day was that? November 6th. So literally 3 days ago, not too long ago. It looks like after the numbers came out, all these sales came out, or all these sales happened, it looks like, after the numbers came out. So that's the CMO, right? She's selling a good chunk of her position. And then we also have Aaron Webster, the CRO, the Chief Risk Officer. He ended up selling on the 3rd of November at $8.08, 215,000 shares at $1.7 million. Guys, what's going on here? Why are they selling shares? We'll talk about a reason why they might be doing that in a second here, so make sure you guys stick on throughout. And his share total is at 257, or no, excuse me, that was the CMO. His share total is at 476,000 shares. And I'm not sure if that's after the sale or before, but it's probably before the sale. Either way, that's a huge chunk of their position, right? I mean, if they have 476,000 shares and they sell 215,000, that's a pretty big portion of the overall position, right, guys? And under that, here we have the president of SoFi Bank on November 2nd. What's this guy's name? Chad Borton, something like that. They ended up selling at $7.99, 152,000 shares, or $1.2 million. So collectively, guys, in just the past week, a lot of these top insiders, and it looks like here, Jeremy Rochelle, CTO, Chief Technology Officer, back on the 1st of September, they ended up selling a good chunk, about 475,000. But forget about that. Let's take a look at the sales here in November alone. In November alone, about, let's do the math here, almost $4 million of stock has been sold, right, from the top insiders of the company, which is a pretty big deal in my opinion. Now, do they think the stock is going to fail? Probably not. I'm not saying that for sure. But there could be something that they know that maybe we don't know. That's always a possibility when you're seeing insiders sell shares, especially after a pretty good earnings report. That's always a possibility. But another possibility here could be that they're just looking to maybe tax loss harvest, which is definitely a possibility. Maybe they're looking to write off these losses. Maybe they're looking to buy back their shares after 30 days. Maybe they're looking to buy back their shares at a lower price. I don't really know what's going on, but that's what's going on. In other words, right? This is what's going on. Insiders, the president, SoFi Bank, Chief Risk Officer, CMO, they're all selling out. Not all of their position, but a good chunk of their position is being sold. And a good sign is the fact that, again, Anthony Noto is not selling out. That would be bad. I'm not going to lie. That'd be bad if we saw Noto selling out of half of his position or something. We're not seeing that. He's only been buying, which is a good sign. But still, man, a lot of these insiders are dumping out of SoFi, which is quite interesting in my personal opinion. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And it's not necessarily a huge red flag, but it is something worth monitoring. Let's see what they do in the beginning of the new year. Do they buy back a bunch? I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want a free share of SoFi stock, which we just covered, and you want 5 more stocks from Moomoo, check out that link down below. Fund your account with at least $100. You get those 6 stocks. And if you fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 6 stocks, which mind you, each of them could be valued up to $2,000, you also get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks each up to $2,000, guys. So use that Moomoo link down below. It's a no-brainer. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all later.